Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, in politics, there are no permanent enemies and there are no permanent friends. Rigathi forgot about that part when he intentionally rubbed shoulders with the Kenyatta family blindly. Now that the rain is beating him, Rigathi is facing this problem firsthand. Let us not deny the fact that Gachagua has successfully made more enemies than any other politician in Kenya. And talking about enemies, allow me to bring you up to speed with the current political feud between Rigathi and Sakaja. And this political feud forced Sakaja to, for the first time, respond to Rigathi Gachagua at a time when Rigathi Gachagua is being cornered. And this is what Sakaja said.
Kuna tofauti ya governance and politics. Na nyinyi watu wangu munielewe. Unajua hawezi kuwa wewe unanyanyasa watu, you've bullied people for 2 years. Unatajwa wiki moja unalia. For 2 years. Unabuli kila mtu, hii county ndo huyo. Hii county ndo huyo. Unatajwa wiki moja unazama, unalia. You know, bullies are the biggest cowards. Do you know that? Bullies are the maka unaenda sijui kwa msitu sijui wapi. Let me tell you.
So before we continue, kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to comment below. Your comment is so important, and when you like our video, YouTube shares this video to so many people. So thank you for responding. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening between Rigathi and Sakaja right now can be better explained by a quote in the book of Sun Tzu, and I'm talking about The Art of War. So in the book of The Art of War by Sun Tzu, it says, whoever is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy will be fresh for the fight. Whoever is second in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted. Sakaja has always been in the politics of Nairobi. Mind you, he was the senator there. So he knows and he understands the dynamics of Nairobi politics. Rigathi only learned about politics of Nairobi when he was campaigning as a UDA running mate and when he became the deputy president under this Kenya Kwanza regime. So that is the time Rigathi Gachagua learned about the politics of Nairobi. We are also told in the same book of Sun Tzu that when we are able to attack, we must seem unable. When using our forces, we must appear inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sakaja has won this battle without a sweat. Rigathi has lost after much fight. Perhaps if you're wondering how, let me jog your mind a bit. Rigathi has time and time claimed that because of his Kikuyu voters, Sakaja became the governor. So in a nutshell, what Rigathi was trying to say is that if he withdraws the support of the Kikuyus in Nairobi County, Sakaja will not secure a second term.
Msikuwe na wasiwasi. Na nimemwambia gavana wa Nairobi tutakaa chini na yeye kwa sababu sisi ndio tulimchagua. Mimi ndio niliketisha Wakikuyu pale Nairobi nikamwambia wamchague. Na nimemuita tukae chini na yeye. Mambo yoyote ambaye anaamua ambaye anaweza haribu biashara katika Nairobi, kwanza tuongee tukubaliane.
Hakuna mtu atasema ati yeye ndo alinipatia kiti ya kuwa governor ya Nairobi. Ni wananchi wa Nairobi milioni 5 ambao walinichagua kuwa governor wa Nairobi. So don't intimidate us.
Rigathi also went further to expose Sakaja's academic qualifications in front of Ruto. I think you remember that meeting. I think it was in Mount Kenya, where Rigathi was actually doing his presentation there, and Sakaja was sat behind there. So during that session, Rigathi exposed Sakaja I mean, he was talking about leaders in UDA or in government who did not have qualifications, and when he pointed something behind him, but where he was pointing, people could note that he was pointing towards Sakaja. So that is another way of exposing Sakaja. Then you also realize that there's a time, Rigathi was seen to have attempted to sabotage Sakaja projects in Nairobi County.
Nairobi is too important to be left just like that. The president and I will take a keen interest in what is going on, so that tupanga in Nairobi to make sure Nairobi we restore the glory of the city in the sun. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba watu ya Nairobi wanapata huduma zile ambaye zinatakikana.
Rigathi then attempted to sabotage Sakaja projects in Nairobi County, and then selectively chose to defend Nyamakima traders when demos were organized against China Square, traders. And by the way, these demos were never met with tear gas or the wrath of police. But all the demos which Azimio used to conduct in Nairobi County, they could be met with the wrath of the police, tear gas. They could be met with a lot of clobbering. And I think you remember those incidences there. So ideally, what I'm seeing in all this, especially after listening to Sakaja, how he responded to Rigathi Gachagua's constant attacks, after listening to him carefully, I could only make one thing out of it, that Sakaja chose carefully to defend himself at a time where Rigathi was on his laws, So if William Ruto does not move in with speed to contain the existing feud between these two leaders, then we are likely to see the end of UDA. Or maybe we can as well think that maybe Ruto has chosen to allow Rigathi to be dealt with completely under the pretext of allowing democracy in his party. Maybe Ruto could be saying that I'm allowing the freedom of speech in UDA. But if that is allowed, then this is what is likely to happen. Now there's a feud between the deputy president and the governor of Nairobi. And if you look at the session at KICC, where during the African Development Bank, FDB Bank, that annual meeting, William Ruto introduced the governor of Nairobi County, Sakaja. So that was in another way, because when he was doing some introduction, he listed some the VIPs, then mentioned the groupings, and then went specifically to Sakaja, the Nairobi governor, Sakaja. So that was a bit symbolic. That could explain what Rigathi Gachagua has been suspecting, that maybe William Ruto is protecting Sakaja. Maybe that is the assumption. We could say it is one of the assumptions. So after this revelation, it will be important to note where Kanini Kega and Samina Chege will show their allegiance. Where they will direct their allegiance, many people are still wondering, because previously they had chosen Rigathi Gachagua as their kingpin, but now, I mean, they have chosen Rigathi Gachagua as their kingpin over Uhuru. But now, as things unfold, there is likely to be some change of heart here, ladies and gentlemen. So just go below the comment section and you can offer your reaction regarding this remark from Sakaja, and the response from Sakaja, and the lack of response from Rigathi. But we saw a response from the governor of Nyeri County, Kanini Kahiga. But Kanini Kahiga responded to Malala, whereby in his response he talked about removing Malala from that position of the SG and finding a replacement. Maybe that is what they are planning, to have Malala replaced in the forthcoming election of UDA. So ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.